Akaba means welcome. You're welcome to What's New Today. My name is Eddie.
And my name is Dabi.
And if today is the first time watching our video, please do subscribe and click on the notification button. So each time we upload a new video, you get to be the first to watch the video.
And if you also enjoyed the video, share the link with your friends and all your loved ones so that they can also enjoy what you're enjoying as well.
Okay, so there was this I think there was this sex tape that leaked, and apparently the people of Wa, how do you call it? Look for the people in the video. Okay, who were having sex.
Okay, so the sex tape leaked, and the people of Wa identified that the people within the sex tapes are residents of their community.
Exactly, they were residents of the community because it leaked in the community. Yeah. So they looked for the boy and the girl in the video, and they, from the story, they took them to the chief's palace to report them. But then the chief wasn't around, so they took it upon themselves to give judgment to these two people, the boy and the girl. And they took them to the community square and flogged them 20 lashes each. That is after they had said they should have given them 100 lashes, and they were so generous they reduced it to 20 lashes. And that is the story making waves, and I don't know how it is done elsewhere and how we are supposed to react to some of these things.
So this is the background. The background is that it has happened before. A sex tape had leaked, and the members of the community were able to identify that the people in that sex tapes were residents of Wa. And when the news reached the chief was that was when he empowered the youth that whenever they know or hear or see anybody of their community engaging in sex, in any of those scandals, they should let him know. And it was on the back of that this time around, when the youth got wind of this second sex tapes, apart from that, there's also a conversation that some of the girls in Wa have been coming online and advertising themselves as hookup girls, like openly professing that they are online prostitutes. If you pay them, they will come, hook you up, and whatnot. And I believe at that point in time, it was becoming menacing in their community, and the chief wanted to, curb it. So he advised the youth that if they know any of such people who have engaged in any of such acts, they should bring it to his notice. Unfortunately, when this incident occurred, or when they captured the said culprits, the chief was not around for them to listen to his judgment or his, verdict. And the people decided that, Charlie, make we lash them.
I remember back in primary school. That was where we used primary and GHS. That's where we were
flogged punishments.
We were flogged. Whether good reason or bad reason. I mean, if you commit an offense, you'll be flogged. If you talk, we have this when there's no teacher in the class, then someone will be appointed to write the names of talkatives. And if you happen to talk within that time, I don't know whether it was enmity or I don't know how your fellow student, the moment you talk, he will write your name. He or she will write your name.
Sometimes if you cough.
And yes, even if you cough.
If the person is not your friend.
And when the teacher returns, down and you are dead. So when the teacher returns, you'll be flogged. And Charlie, it's what's easy.
And then there's double punishment, DP.
DP, exactly. Double punishment.
Times 2.
Charlie, a whole lot of excuses that we were flogged for no reason. And this is no different from where we come from, as in our homes. You come from a home, or we come from a home where you go and play. You go and play football, and your mother will flog you for going to play football. We come from a home where you go and fight, and you have been beaten. It's so clear that you have been beaten.
Evidence, you lost the fight.
You lost the fight. You come home, and your mother will flog you on top of it.
For losing the fight, number one, and not for fighting.
No. We're not beating for losing the fight. We're beating for fighting, just the fighting. For losing the fight, they don't want you to fight in the first place. So if you didn't fight, you wouldn't have won or lost the fight. So the thing is, they beat you for just fighting, engaging in fighting.
They are lucky.
And that is the
some parents give them special punishments number one for losing the fight.
And that is the society we come from. So this story where two adults from the video, they are adults.
They're adults, yes.
They don't look like teenagers.
Yeah.
Two adults have consensual sex. Is that a word?
Yes.
Yeah. They have sex. I mean, sex. That word. They want to make it a taboo, but it's never going to be a taboo. So they had sex. I mean, they agreed. They went to the room, had sex. I don't know what they were thinking. Why would they video it?
You see,
is it that someone? No, hold on. I'm just asking. Why would they video it? It's like they want to watch themselves.
People have fetishes. People have fantasies. You know.
So they would want to watch themselves after.
Yeah.
And see, wow, it's nice. I like that. I like that thing you did.
Yeah, people want to appraise their performance, whether they will improve or not.
So that's why people record them themselves.
You see, recording is not the issue, but the issue is being careless enough for it to get to someone else's hand.
Yeah, but
it's just like having money. Having large sums of money is not a problem.
Yeah,
but being careless enough, and we use that word, whether you were careful and you picked your pocket or whatnot, at the end of the day, the money got to the thief's hand. So,
the thing is, probably if they had not recorded it, they wouldn't have ended up like this. Because the thing about fine, the money example can hold, but then the thing about video is that what if you record now, you lose your phone tomorrow? What happens? You record now, your phone gets damaged, you have to take it to the repairs, and the repairer will definitely have to go through your phone and everything.
He doesn't have to.
No. It's not like, I mean, he could, but then
don't say he definitely has to.
No, I mean he has to. He could probably go and do some settings or something, but maybe not to go through your videos or pictures.
Yes.
But people are curious, and curiosity, as they say, maybe curiosity didn't really kill the cat; it killed the other animal in this story. Yeah. So any of these instances can happen. You understand me? Yeah, so recording yourself in the first place is something that you have to really look into it if you are into that. You understand?
But then,
that's the first thing.
But then let's not forget, in the case of the alleged sex worker, I mean, that is how she can prove to an online
we are not talking about that, because that is not a subject.
Yeah, it's not
about the people who have been flogged.
So I'm saying that these are some of the reasons why people record. It could be, like I said, it could be a fetish.
No, but if you are a sex worker and you want to advertise yourself, you don't have to have sex with a guy, record the whole show, and put it online as a marketing tool. You could sit down in your room, show part of your body, give some styles, and it will still sell you.
That is somebody's market strategy. You are not a pimp to give advice on sex. Allow those in the industry too.
You don't know my background.
I don't know your background.
Yeah, so,
I don't.
Yeah, so
I don't. Oh, really?
So back to the issue.
Okay.
Back to the issue.
Eddie G.
Don't mind him.
Eddie Pimp.
Back to the issue. Back to the issue. So now, these people commit this offense in quotes. Okay. Because in WA, it is, how do you call it? It's considered offensive.
Yeah. The sex is not the offense at this point. The point is leaking
record, and leak it. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Well, I can't even tell whether it is a leaking. I don't know, because there wasn't much details about that.
If there's no leaking, how would they know? The issue is it has leaked before, and then they realize that the participants of the movie were members of the community. So it had happened the first time, and I'm sure it had happened over and over again.
So they are killing them because it leaked.
Yes.
Not necessarily because they had sex.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So okay. Okay. All right. Fine. Let's say it has leaked. Whether they are fault or no fault of them, the video has gone out there. The chiefs have seen it. The elders have seen it. The boys, the mothers, and the dads have seen it, and everybody is what's Kojo doing in there? Everybody is there. People are feeling disappointed. Now let's come to the guy was Kojo.
No, the guy was definitely Fifi.
When you see Kojo, don't you see them? They're always committing atrocities.
Kojo's are said is the Kofis. Kofis that evil. Go and check. Hitler on a Friday.
If this thing happened on Friday, I would gladly accept. But any other day is Kojo.
Hitler on a Friday, but so what's your problem? But let's continue.
So now, what is the punishment for such offense? The video has leaked. Okay. Now the chief in the community frowns against such thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The people they take these two people to the chief, and the chief is not there. Is that the best punishment they have to give to these two people, two offenders?
Looking at, without being biased, looking at the region, looking at the kind of behavior the people of that region could exhibit, I believe this was the safest punishment they could have given them.
You call it safest?
Yes.
Don't you? We are
without being biased.
We are in a country where we have laws and rules and regulations.
Oh.
They have a police station. Well, even if let's even put the police aside.
People have been linked for less.
Let's even put the police aside. Okay. Let's just take it from the point that the chiefs would have to judge these two people, two offenders. One, you go, the chief is not around. Why would you subject these two people to public display, public flogging, public punishment like this?
It should surprise you that the event between catching them and sending them to the chief is also another charade we might not even have looked into.
Are you saying the chief is in the known?
Whether he's in the known or not, between point of capture and point of assembly, I can bet you there's a whole list of offenses, if I'll put in human rights offenses that have gone on.
Yeah, but
it cannot be addressed.
Yeah, we do not know those offenses. We did not see them. Yes, but the ones we are talking about, what we've seen.
We are in a country where people have been raped for less. People have been stripped naked.
Yeah, but then it still doesn't make it right. It still doesn't mean that.
I agree.
What they did to this person in that community makes it right. They could be noted for probably lynching people who commit such offense and probably end up burning them or anything like that. And probably they didn't burn this one; they just flogged them. It still doesn't make it right.
It's a progression to me. I'm not saying it's right, but it's
a progression.
Yes, they have. I don't use the word modernize, but they have become less aggressive.
Because
looking 10 years,
my issue is
10 years or 20 years
aside the flogging, to bring them to the public, to lynch them. In the public square for everybody to see. It's like it's a disgrace on its own.
Somebody will ask you what is new. Everybody has seen their nakedness already. So what is new?
Who has seen who's naked?
Those of the people who had seen the sex tape. They have seen their nakedness already. So what is new? That's another argument. Somebody would like.
It's not about seeing their naked. They were not even naked. It's about the fact that they are.
No, they are. If everybody has seen your nakedness, what shame again? What do you have to hide? Flogging in public is no greater shame than people seeing your nakedness.
Well, someone could see your nakedness and probably you can disguise yourself the next day and they will not see you. You'll be doing your daily business. But then for them to bring you to the public square, flog you on top of it, So this is this girl in the video. This girl. I'm not seeing. Yes. So she looks familiar. She looks familiar. Now you see, been identified. No, I mean that is true, because sometimes you could see a video and you may not necessarily figure the person well. But once they bring you out like this, then it's like they are further exposing you.
Looking at the point you made, it has even given me a cause to worry. How can they be absolutely certain that those are the people in the video?
Well, we've not seen the video. We can't tell whether their faces
How can you be absolutely certain? Because
probably their faces was visible,
was obvious
enough in the video. And probably they caught the guy. They asked him, "Who did you sleep with?" And probably he said,
"Why would they catch the guy first, not the lady?" But yeah, I get it.
Anyway, I'm even sure they caught the lady first. Anyway.
I'm certain.
100%.
I'm certain.
Even in the Bible, it happened. How much more?
I'm certain.
Anyway, but then on a more serious note, I think such examples cannot continue. I think we have to work with certain rules that will make sure that will promote peace, and it will not just infringe on people's rights and other things. Fine, you have recorded your video, it's against the laws of the community.
Isn't there a law on indecent exposure? Can't the law hold you on?
Exactly, there are laws that can hold.
Of course, you can prove that it was leaked by somebody, and if they find that person
exactly
can be charged.
Exactly, and so you have to be charged. I mean, there are proper laws that should take care of such things, not people, some community boys or girls catching you and flocking you. What if, during the flocking, they get collapsed as a result?
Well, you could see some of them, especially in the ladies' video. You could see.
Yeah, what if she collapsed and she died?
Harassment.
And she died. What would have been the narration? Hey, she had sex, we caught her and we flogged her and she has died. So what? Hallelujah. Seriously?
The problem is leaking your sex video, not having sex.
Even leaking. Okay, so I leaked my sex video and I was caught and I was flogged and I died.
Let's look at it from another point of view. The leaking of sex videos is becoming rampant, and something should be done about it. However, I am not saying this is right. I believe that some steps should be taken to curb it, so that even when your sex videos falls in the wrong hand, the person will be afraid to even leak it out in the first place, because you know that when you are found,
that require a lot of probably technology, or that require a lot of
it's actually a simple technology actually.
It is maybe not where it happened. It may not be that simple over there. Yeah, to trace, and maybe the police will not be readily available to.
The police has a what do you call it? IT unit.
I'm saying maybe they wouldn't be readily available to commit resources into two adults who are having sex and it came out. They may equally enjoy watching it and say Ghana is something. I'm serious, because this is not it's not the first time we actually have a website that leaks sex tapes.
Okay,
so as long as it doesn't come to the public. Yeah.
So let's go to the crux of the issue. The leaking of sex tapes has become rampant, and something must be done. If not, it will become overwhelming and it will affect the moral fiber of the people in our society as regards our attitude towards public exposure or indecent exposure. We are people that pride ourselves in covering and hiding some of this.
So now the question is, was there an investigation that implicated these two people, that they were the very people who leaked the tape? Because that is also another angle we can look at it from. Probably a friend may have seen it on either of them's phone and copied it or something, and as something for fun or to anything, shared it, or it may be that they were not the very people who leaked the tape. Okay, it's possible. Okay, Yeah, or probably, you know, it's probably, I mean, a guy goes to have sex with a girl, he sends it to his friend, Charlie, see my action, see the thing, the girl I get him. And that friend ends up sending it to another person, Charlie, see, could you go hammer the girl?
Then Kofi where you are. Why you Kofi that way hammer the girl? Kofi where they do
I don't even know what I'm saying, Kojo all the time. Probably the guy is Kojo.
Kofi they do no. You know why you're saying it.
I'm gonna really follow this story, find out the guy, and see if he's indeed Kojo. I don't know why I'm saying Kojo plenty. Probably he's Kojo.
You know why? Because you know why.
Why do you have a Kojo? Are you Kojo?
It's definitely Kofi.
Are you Kojo?
It's definitely Kofi.
Are you Kojo?
It's definitely Kofi. Why is it not Kofi?
Well, yeah, but because Kojo could be a trouble. Anyway, let us know what you think about this story and this case about how do you call it, sex tapes and sex videos being leaked on the internet. And let's see what you think and what we can do about it. It's unfortunate, but then it keeps happening. People don't learn.
Okay. Let us know what you think. Comment and let us know your opinion. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and thank you for being with us on this episode of What's New Today. Watch out for our more videos.